Would you like to travel the world, see places, live your life to the fullest, but you are just afraid of flying? You feel that as soon as you get on this airplane, it will explode and you will die in flames, screaming for help? If you do, know this, you are not the only one. And if you want to learn more about the fear of flying, stay tuned. Hi, this is Sebastian Antonovich, and on my 5-minute psychology channel, I talk about psychology and I show you ways in which you can apply it in your own life. Me, myself, I'm pretty lucky because the very first memory I have from my childhood is the look of fighter jets taking off, screaming with the red air fiery engines. Beautiful sight for a kid at the age of, I'm guessing, 3. It's because both of my parents, they worked for the military and we lived literally next to a military base. A lot of military airplanes, like fighter jets, for instance. And for me, airplanes and aviation from the very beginning of my life, that was something interesting, fascinating even, and later on it became a part of my life. I'm comfortable enough in all sorts of airplanes, starting with jumbo jet and ending on a small 4-seat Cessna. But I'm in the minority in this case. It seems that the majority of people, they feel some discomfort and some anxiety when they get on the board of an airplane. But up to 40% of people experience strong anxiety even when they think about flying. It creates a serious problem for these people because it's very limiting for them. Think of all the life opportunities that they have to lose because they're just too afraid to fly. For some people, only this stress starts and this anxiety kicks in once they are on board of the airplane. But for others, it could be even planning their holidays or thinking about a business trip when they have to go to a distant country and travel by airplane. Fear of flying is often called aerophobia or aviophobia, and this is an example of something that we call a specific phobia. It means that you feel uncomfortable while on the board of the airplane or flying on an airplane, or perhaps even thinking about flying on an airplane. And it makes us all feel all the negative emotions associated with scare of being hurt and dying. So you may be wondering, hey, perhaps I'm the person suffering from aerophobia. How can I recognize if this is it? If I am in the group of people who just feel from time to time uncomfortable, or is it a full-blown phobia? Well, I'm going to help you check. All right, ready? Here we go. For a psychologist to diagnose whether we are dealing with aerophobia is not that difficult because most the so-called specific phobias, they have pretty similar symptoms. For instance, clouded thinking whenever you are in a situation when you have to fly an airplane, and when you are flying an airplane right now, it's very difficult to put your thoughts together. What else could it be? You can get nauseated, you can get headache, you can have gastrointestinal problems like burping, you can get gassy, you can get diarrhea, or you can get constipated. You get sweats all over and chills throughout your entire body. We can get irritated whenever thinking about flying or when we are actually on an airplane. So there are some particular triggers. Besides the sight of an airplane, it could be also a situation when you are at the airport and you are surrounded by crowds and crowds of people. This is because aerophobia is very often accompanied by other related phobias, like germ phobia or social phobia, when you don't like being around people so much, or when you're afraid that you are going to catch something from them, like an infection. Agoraphobia could also play a role there, or claustrophobia, when you do not feel comfortable in confined spaces. All of these situations, they can make you nervous. Plus, whenever you are on an airplane, and if you have a fear of height, it could also make things all that more difficult. So, are you suffering from aerophobia, or maybe someone you know or like? If yes, make sure they watch this video just to check if for sure this is aerophobia. And if you would like to find some techniques to manage your stress, on my channel you will find plenty of them, including very useful breathing techniques. Very, very useful, especially on an airplane. And I'll see you next time.